Welcome to HR Unlock, the HR podcast that takes you on an exciting adventure through the world of human resources. My name is Joha, and I have Kelechi with me today.
Hello, people. I'm so glad to be here as usual. And today we'll be taking on a very interesting topic. So, we're talking about navigating uncharted waters,
Hmm.
aka, how do you navigate your career in an unconventional way?
So, whether you're new in your career or you're a seasoned professional, you still have to navigate uncharted waters, right? And in this episode, we're just trying to break down some of the ways that you can navigate, these uncharted waters in your career. I think one of the most important things to note is networking,
Mm-hmm.
right? Building relationships. Building relationships. I attended a seminar where somebody had talked about how her career really skyrocketed because she attended one wedding and she was able to really network. And I would say that even for us at Repos Bay, building relationships really helped us. That's what has gotten us to where we are. It
Exactly.
started from uh being in a WhatsApp group with entrepreneurs
Mm-hmm.
and business owners, and then from there I think we were invited to a party or an event or a lunch where we now met. That was very, I think that
Random, yeah.
yeah, it was very random.
Yes.
I remember we got some business deals with a company that was in the UK and relocated to Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
We were able to do a lot of recruitment and
Yeah.
consulting.
Yeah. So I think for this story, what's important to note is that we also joined like an association, quote and unquote, a community that
Mm-hmm.
had entrepreneurs.
Yes.
So like-minded people, right? Having that access to like-minded people. So that's, and our business is a B2B business, right? We're serving other businesses. So that was that part where we now had to go for that event,
Yeah.
and we met that multinational that opened more doors for us. I think, yes, so the first part is being connected to like-minded people, and the second part is networking, going out.
Yes. I would even say I would add to being connected to like-minded people. If you are somebody who wants to, own a business, it would pay you to have friends or people around you who are either already business owners or as ambitious as you.
Yes.
Because if you only surround yourself with people who work in the regular 9 to 5 and are earning salaries, you are not on the same level when it comes to problem solving or analytical thinking, or even the sacrifices that would require, would be required of a CEO. People who earn salaries every month will not be able to relate to those kind of sacrifices. And I'm telling you for a fact, they would always push you to tell you, go and look for a job. They will surely tell you, go and look for a job, because being a business owner is not easy, except if you're a trust fund baby shao. It might be easier to gather all the funds you need.
Yeah.
But yes, it's very important to surround yourself with people who are also as ambitious as you are.
Yeah, but I've had people in careers or people that actually work 9 to 5 that have also helped my career, right? And not like Joha is saying discard all your friends because they're not CEOs like you, but of course there's an ambition that other like-minded CEOs like you may have, that you might not, that kind of inspiration you might not get from people that have like a 9 to 5. But I'll say that I've had friends in 9 to 5 really that have helped my business. They refer me for jobs in their companies as well. So that's not to say that every kind of relationship is a waste. Just know that you have to balance it,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to basically have wise friends. Wise friends. Say if you have,
Ambitious.
yeah,
You
if
can
you
be
have
9 to 5 and be
five wise
ambitious.
people, you are the sixth wise person, right? If you have five foolish people, you are the sixth foolish person. So if you have five ambitious people, you are the sixth ambitious person. So please have wise friends, bottom line, or be in wise associations, or be in a community that makes you wise, not a community where you're just wasting your time. There are all sorts of communities now, right?
Mm-hmm,
In this
mm-hmm.
digital age, Don't join things that do not foster your growth. Don't join things that do not motivate your growth as a person.
Also, don't join things that you're not really interested in. And that also brings me to my next point. You need to be passionate and have the skill, right? So if you're not passionate about something, if they even invite you for an event really, you don't really want to go because it's not your thing. I think that you should try to align your passion and your skill, right? So if you like a certain thing and that's the reason why you're going into that business, it would help you to develop yourself on the skills that you need for that. As a business, to in a career, to grow your career, you need to be ready, right? So if somebody says, oh, can you do this and this and this, opportunities just come because you're in that group. It means that you're looking forward to these opportunities, right? It's not going to make sense if you are now giving the opportunities and you don't have the skill to back it up and you can't do it. So I think that's another thing. When we got opportunities from our connection or from our relationship that we have built, we were sort of ready to start. And even when you're not ready, you can get ready, or you can be ready on the go, right?
Yeah.
It's all
So having
about,
a can do mindset is
yes.
what distinguishes you from other people when you're trying to navigate either your career, your business. You have to have a can do mindset, right?
Yeah,
You might not have the skill today, but you have to build on that skill that is required for you to have tomorrow. That is by anticipating what skills will be relevant for me in my next level.
especially now that there's a lot of technology to leverage on.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be left behind.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can do more things with technology. We are still struggling, and you're not moving. Some of us, so it's one thing to even know what's happening now in terms of technology and the new innovations that are coming up. It's another thing to use it. Some people don't even know, they don't have updates as to, oh, what's new in town, what is everybody doing, what are the business owners doing now, where are they going to, what technology are they leveraging on.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing to know it, another thing to even be a part of it. But some of us have relaxed in not knowing, and because your business is doing well, you feel like, we're fine
Yeah.
without it, right? I can promise you that it gets to a point that you would not be fine with it, without
Okay,
it,
so let's
rather.
talk about crazy things that you've had to do to navigate your career. What are the things that you found very interesting that were unconventional for you? I can go first.
Okay.
So I would say when I was I was working in a certain sector. Of course, it's an e-commerce company, right? And at that time I was in charge of bilingual content. So I studied French, guys, for my first degree. Thank you, thank you. I'm bilingual. So we had to like upload certain information for both our anglophone customers and francophone customers. And so we had two people on that team, me and someone else that were in charge of that. So we're doing all those content, back end uploads, all of those kind of things. And I think that job I should also appreciate it because it prepared me for technology acceptance. It
Mm-hmm.
prepared me for prepared me really to love technology, right? Anyway, so when I saw that, as the way we're going very fast, right? And I saw that we'll soon finish uploading all this information, oh, and I might not have any job
Mm-hmm.
by the time we're done. So I went up to the CEO at the time and I told him, oh, I would like to be transferred to sales because I saw there was now going to be an emphasis on sales. I said, please, can you transfer me to sales? I think I've gotten bored because I knew that the job was finishing. I've gotten bored of this um thing that we're doing. So I'd like to move to sales. And he was very impressed. He was like, wow, you want to move to sales? Are you sure? I said, yes. I want to earn commissions like people in sales and all of that. Guess what? After I left that place, that department, 1 week later, they fired the girl there because the job had finished.
Wow.
So, anticipating the future of your current work, either you're a career person or a business person, and knowing how to navigate and move forward in the next phase is very, very important. And my second example is for us, right? During the COVID season,
Mm-hmm.
when we realized that people were not going to work, what did we do? We created Ready Job Seeker, because people were now emphasizing on training, people were now emphasizing on the need for career upgrades and career development and upskilling. So we quickly added that to our service initiative, and that was when Ready Job Seeker made its first set of money and it became a real business. So we had to anticipate what's the next thing that is going to be important in the HR supply chain, and career development around that COVID time was the next important thing. So those are two examples of navigating uncharted waters.
I think for me, the example I would give would be how we transition from recruitment to consulting.
Oh my god, that was an interesting time.
Because first of all, we were just doing recruitment, and I think it was, I don't remember, I think it was a beauty of that asked that she had asked that we review a handbook or something. I think that
an
was
e-commerce company.
no, a beauty company was the first company that asked that we review a handbook.
Okay.
And I don't even know how you agreed to that, because we're not doing that, right?
Yeah.
And that was the beginning of it. And I was like,
you should not also forget that a company, after we recruited for a certain lounge in Lagos, they also said, come and manage our employees for 6 months.
okay, yes, I think that was how it started, right? We were managing them. We did a code of conduct, something.
First, then the e-commerce company approached us.
Yes, then we started to manage them.
Our whole HR process as well. And we started.
As of then, we are not registered as Ripplesby. I don't think we had registered as a consulting company.
We're still a recruitment
company. But one thing that we did was that we never really said no. We never said we can't do this. We started to bring it. We can. I even used to look at her like, "What do you mean we can do it? Like, what do you mean we are reviewing
so don't have a crazy
now?
CEO like me,
You know, how did we get here? No, for real. I was just like, how am I even from recruiting and having to recruit? I saw myself creating handbooks, policies. What are we doing? How did we become? We started doing a lot. Yeah, we started doing a lot before we realized. Okay, hold on. Do you know that we have not even registered as a consulting company? I don't remember what it was that was the trigger event
there was no trigger event
that made us to.
We just realized that, of course, we couldn't continue on that CAC.
Yeah,
just a compliance thing for us, really.
So, and then we now decided that okay, we need to be registered. So I think that the crazy thing is the journey of how there was never really a time that we've said no, we can't do this.
So how do you think our consulting added technology on top of it?
It was a need,
because it's pressed down, shake it together now.
Yeah, I think there was technology came as a need. There was already, we saw that everybody was moving to shared services. People were looking for, there were payroll apps, but you want your payroll app to do more than just payroll, right? You want your clock in and clock out to do more than just, so somehow that made us to combine everything. We saw the need to put everything into one platform.
Yeah.
Right, so that it doesn't, so that, I mean, we're always strong believers of HR moving to strategy and being strategic business partners. And we also understand that if operations and administration is not streamlined, there's no process, HR managers cannot focus. Those are things that distract.
Yeah.
From our consulting, we saw how taxing it was to put all these things and have it together, have this company in one place, and we saw the need, to do it, and that's what led to the technology. I would still say that our journey has been a crazy one. If you want, some people outside wonder like, what do you mean when people start doing this my boss she has reviewed contracts that lawyers should I have to catch her and tell her that hold up, what are you to
why are you exposing me? My HR background gives me some deep background.
Why the contract? I'm like, wow.
Why do lawyers always get, I'll get back to you later. Why do lawyers always get jealous or people doing a little bit
He's
of
not
their work.
jealous. If it was perfect,
Okay, okay,
I would have given you a law degree by myself.
I don't need you any law degree.
But yes,
However, the bottom line is
we never really said no. If it's something that is within your purview, it's always going to pay you to say, most times pay you to say yes you can and actually deliver on it.
oh,
It's left for
Joe,
you
I'm
to
so
go.
happy. Oh, before you were the no person. Oh.
Yeah, because I'm a perfectionist. I like that, and that is
Ah,
why I went to do a course in human resources, because I wanted to feel like a professional. Some of
this
us,
madam is the queen of
some of us
getting
like,
upset of for me taking on some jobs. She'll be like,
because to be honest, and I'm sure there are some people that are like me. Don't you? Sometimes you worry, and I'm telling you for free now that that worry will not take you anywhere. Just take the job and take the money, and just them right deliver and deliver well. Because
yeah.
if you say no, then
But it's good to have this type of balance on a team, right?
yes,
The risk taker and the
one
risk
that likes to,
adverse person
yeah,
is also a good and healthy balance. It helps your risk taker to double check before they make decisions.
no,
However,
she puts me, so Kelechi puts me on my, sometimes there's really no time for, that time that you want to use to observe and learn before you take action.
mhm.
And there's also a place of observing and learning before taking action, right?
Well, I've always been my own nature has always been I'm more of a kinetic learner. I'm not going to learn something if I never try to do it. So, and no matter how you preach or no matter how many classes I go to about something, if I never interact with the thing and feel and touch it, I don't get the thing. I don't understand it. So most things I understand today is because I've actually tried it out. So I'm
Okay,
a firm
me,
believer of trying
I
out
worry
stuff.
about messing up things just because I don't know them. So a lot of times I take a lot of time to try to know or understand something
Yeah,
before I go into it.
yeah,
Like she said, it's a good balance for us, right? There's time to move fast. There's time to take a step back and look at things for moving.
yeah.
I think that it's always very important to know when it's time to do either of the both of them,
It is
right?
actually.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, it's been helpful having that balance. However, what I would say is you learn to do by doing. In the end, you learn to do by doing. You can't call yourself, you can't say that you're something that you've not even actually tried. And before you condemn something, I know some people feel like I've can't remember the one event that we attended that people were looking at AI in a very very strange way, that they were saying it was going to take their jobs and all of those kind of things, right? But nobody, like, some of them did not say from the point that, for example, AI can enrich your job. So
Yeah.
it's all about perspective in the end, right? Have a good perspective towards anything that you decide to do and put your hands in.
If AI
So
takes your job has not finished. There's always so much more. No, some people's job will actually be replaced by AI in the future.
yeah, but they said the average job that will be replaced by AI in the future would be in 20 years. So they've
So
predicted at least 20 years for AI to take over some jobs, like so if you look at if you go to that chart on different roles and different times AI will take over a role, right? You see that there's an average 20 years. So why are we afraid? I asked the guy beside me in that event, I said, are you going to be alive in 20 to 30 years? Or are you going to still be in the workforce? And he just kept quiet. I was looking at me. But yeah, those are crazy.
but
Those
I'm
are
sure
crazy
that
questions to
years
think
ago when there used
about.
to be a role called typists, they did not know that we will never need them
Yeah, yeah,
again.
yeah. And they would have also been deceiving themselves, right?
Typists.
Yes, at
Ah!
some point, it's self deceit when you think that your job is untouchable. Yeah, so you must
Mhm.
also learn the next best thing. I think, guys, what we're trying to say is part of navigation is learning the next best thing in your career, learning the next trend in your career, spotting the next trend. Oh. You have to have the ability to spot what is going to be a trend. uh
That's the only way to
if you
stay
have
as
God
a
on your
thought leader.
side and you have the Holy Spirit, he will show you what is going to be a trend in your industry. So ask him.
Yes. And I think one last thing that we need to say is have a mentor.
Hmm.
It's
Really?
very
Who's your
important.
mentor?
I know have, but you have. So we have. I have a mentor.
Because I know you know, I'm asking
You are my mentor now.
I'm
Do you
a
know if you are my
mentor.
mentor? Now wow.
All right,
I will get
understand.
mentor. So I have grab
Challenge,
mentor. I have grab mentor.
mentorship challenge accepted. So I'm your official Pepe mentor. Mentor.
So yes, have a mentor. I mean, have somebody that either
That is
pushes
older in
you.
your career,
Yes, push.
actually.
Let the person push. Let the person guide you. I always say, you know how we had the Gen Z conversation where we were like, it's always a good blend to have a Gen Z and a baby boomer or somebody in the older generation, right? While one person is thinking innovation, the other person is wise enough to help you with their experience to navigate, this innovation that you are thinking of and the best way to, you know, what's it called, adopt it, or bring innovation to life. The person with the experience helps you to navigate life, with your innovative ideas. So it's always good to have a mentor. And also in Nigeria, mentorship is very important. I mean, God is very of us mentor. God is my own mentor. God is my helper. But another thing that
Yeah,
mentorship does for you
sponsorship.
is that it helps you open some kind of doors for you, right? If your mentor has mouth too, don't go and pick mentor that don't have this thing.
But you need a healthy balance of mentors. I don't think you should have one mentor. You
Yeah.
should have a mentor that is slash a sponsor,
Mm.
an angel investor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that in a very healthy way,
Mm-hmm.
actually.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You should have a mentor that is deep into that industry that you're in, that knows
Yes.
how to work the workings of that industry.
Yes, there's mentorship for the industry
Then
knowledge.
you should
There's
have
one
a
for business,
spiritual mentor.
but you need like a business person minus the special CEOs that you need in your industry. If you have a business, or you are creating a business, or you need somebody who is a serial entrepreneur, or who knows like the in and out of businesses, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that the person can guide you.
At the same time, you should also know what advice is useful for you at what time in your life, right? I've had some people make ridiculous
Yeah, some of these mentors
decisions.
also project their
Yeah,
favors
some
on
people have
you
made some
because they're
ridiculous
all human beings
decisions.
too.
Yeah, just like you have your own brain. I know some, especially in the area. Okay, I also am an advocate for spiritual mentors, but some people have done that to the extreme, right? That before they even sneeze and cough, they will ask for permission. But you have your own connection with God. You have your own, what's it called?
Mm-hmm.
You have your own, what would like a Holy Spirit on your inside, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you should be able to navigate things in your life. And also sometimes even career mentors or professional mentors or entrepreneurship mentors can lead you astray. Like Joa said, they can be projecting their own
Young face,
insecurities
yeah.
on you. So please be wise also. What is your mentor saying? What your mentor is saying, does it align
Mm-hmm.
with your values? Does it align with your principles
Or
as
something
well?
I know have worked for them a couple of years back, but the world
Uh-huh.
has changed
Yeah.
now. That idea may be brilliant, right? And because they had a similar idea, and probably maybe they didn't present it, the way you are
Properly, yeah.
presenting yours. It might just say, "Oh, no, 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 no! I tried this. Oh, I went to this person then, and every world
Yeah.
has changed."
The world has
So,
changed. And if you're mentoring somebody, please be open minded.
mhm.
Don't try not to project your insecurities on them. So I think what we've touched on, right, is we've touched on relationship, networking,
Mhm.
we've touched on mentorship as a way
Yes,
of
and we've touched on
some crazy things that we've
being
done.
ready for
Yes,
opportunities.
transitioning,
Yes, just be
transitioning.
ready. Know the balance. Know when to say yes. Know when to grab it by
Be
by
like
the horn.
water, guys. Water will always find its level. You can't block it for too long.
I want to not get enemy. Please,
Jojo.
please.
So yes, like water, you navigate, you make sure that when something is blocking you, you find your way around it and flow. Be liquid, be fluid,
Mhm.
be dynamic.
Yes, be
And
open mind. Be very open
that's
minded.
what helps you to do crazy things and
I
make
had I read
good
I was reading a
moves.
book recently, and they talked about how we're so lazy to rethink things.
Mm.
Always, so that's why I said be open minded. Don't be stuck in your way. And because someone says something does not mean that thing is still valid now. Because you read it somewhere does not mean that it's still valid right now. You need to
Yep.
be open minded enough to rethink other ways. There's so many things that we think are facts, but when you go and check it, you see that they're not really actual facts. So, be open minded enough to
Yeah,
rethink.
yeah,
And I
totally.
think that's
That sums
all.
it up. Yes, sums it up. When you're navigating your career or your entrepreneurship journey, you must consider all of these factors. We've summarized on relationships, networking, mentorship, navigating, pivoting, all of those kind of things. Those are things that help you to stay relevant in whatever industry. And remember to also try to spot trends and adapt to those trends in your
Yeah.
industry. So innovate or die.
And by all means, you know that at Repos Bay, at the Ready Job Seeker, we offer career coaching and
Mm-hmm.
advisory
Exactly.
services. You can always come to us. Should you want to transition? Are you finding it difficult to navigate uncharted waters?
Mm-hmm.
We have our nice boats still. Oh, that was
She's just
nice.
trying to be cheesy.
But yes, we
Yes,
offer
yes,
career
yes.
advisory
We help
services at
you with the
Repos Bay.
boats.
You can reach out to us at www.readyjobseeker.co, and for Repos Bay, www.reposbayhr.com.
Yes, guys. So what we want you to do is to excel in your career and also in your business. That is why we have Repost Be and Ready Job Seeker. It's just all about you as a person and how to make your life better if you're doing business or if you're in your career.
All right, that's
So
it for
thank you
today.
so much for listening.
Thank you.
All right.
Till next time.
Bye.
Bye.